Welcome back to Content Classroom. This week, I want to talk to you about being passionate in your videos and in your content and in your copy. There's one thing that people know about me is I am super passionate about what I do. Doesn't matter what I apply myself to, I have that energy behind me that makes me want to perform for my audience, makes me want to help them. And why is that? That's there because I understand very well what my why is. Now, we've all been sat in that corporate classroom having Simon Sinek's Golden Circle video forced on us for the 15th time. Right, it was great the first time. It was okay the second time. It was wearing out on the third time. By 15 times in, I already know this stuff. Why are they still forcing it on me? The point of the video was very real and very honest, is that you need to understand your why. The very frustrating thing for me as a doer was that video was very thought leadership style with no real idea behind it on how to take action on that. Now, there is a follow-up book called Find Your Why. Right, so Start With Why was the original book, which is more theoretical and, about what the why is. And then Find Your Why was the textbook, the workbook to work through to help you identify what your specific passion and reason for doing everything that you do is. Give you a clue. It's not your kids. It's not your family. It's not the house. It's not paying the bills. It's not the wages you take home, the fancy car you want to buy, and it's not the house you want to buy. It's much deeper than that. They are all the things that following your passion will enable you to do. But the tall and short of it is the people who can perform really well on camera, who can write really engaging posts, who can be super passionate about their copy and blog and newsletters, are people that super strong belief in what they do because they have probably a benevolent goal behind it, that they want to do some good for society in some way, shape or form, that they have almost philanthropy behind it when you dig down to that why. Now, I thought for a long time about what mine was, and it turns out that mine has pervaded every job that I've had forever. And that's a good way of understanding what your why is. So I was a bit of a jack of all trades. So I've sold kitchens, I've worked in a call center, I've worked in retail on the store manager side of things. I've been internal theft and fraud detection. I have worked in admin, I've worked in KPI, I've worked in analytics, I've worked as a solutions consultant. I've been a police officer, I've been on beats, I've been in response, I've been on traffic section, dog section, substance misuse, accident unit, you name it, I've done it. One thing ties all that together, just one thing, is I aim to help people make better decisions so that they can live the best life that they have available to them. Super passionate about helping people do that. Whether it's young people with a career, whether it's startup businesses needing a bit of support on sales and marketing, whether it's super big enterprise corporations and helping individuals within those corporations achieve their career and become seen as the superhero of their team. Like all of these things, that desire to help people, and that comes through on video. I talk to a lot of people who say to me, and this came up today in a conversation, I'm great when I get in front of people. It's just getting in front of people that's the hard part. Right. Because when you're in front of people, your passion comes out, your energy and enthusiasm comes out. And that's the beauty of video, is it allows you to share that with people. The trick to it is to get past that mental blocker that you're doing something other than talking to people one-to-one and sharing your experience. Or if you can get to the point where you realize the good that your video is going to do for people, it can motivate you past see myself on camera. I still hate seeing myself on camera. I say this time and time again. I still hate it. Still hate the sound of my voice. I'm boring. Right? But I don't get that from other people. Other people really enjoy my talks and conversation. When I do a webinar, when I do a conference talk, is all those sorts of things. People still really enjoy hearing me talk about what I do because I bring the passion to it and make it relevant to them. That's what your video content needs to be about. That's what your copy post needs to be about. That's what your newsletter needs to be about. It's what your blog needs to be about. There's a pattern here. If you can engage people emotionally with your own passion, with your charisma, with your experience, then you can convert your audience into paying customers, right? It's just a matter of time. But people get hung up on the idea that they're on video, that they're writing a post, and they fail to show their emotions. They fail to share their anger, they fail to share their passion, they fail to share their happiness. And people can tell. People can tell when you're being boring. Nobody wants to read. Boring. Boring's boring. That's my 2 cents for today. If you're struggling with video, if you're struggling with any written content, maybe the problem is with you and your perception of what you're doing. You can reframe that to be about your passion and how you're helping people rather than worrying about the paycheck at the end of the month, which, to be honest, it's real for all of us. I'm not going to lie. We all have that worry. But if you create your content from a place of support and value for other people, it will shine through in the video and you will get a really positive response from people. Definitely food for thought. Lots to take away. Thanks for your time. Have a good week, and I will see you next week on the Content Classroom.